My husband actually, so he was working on Broadway for 17 years. And I think something I love about Aaron and our marriage and when we were dating was that when I was like how I knew I was super in love with him, but I also like loved who I was around him. Mm-hmm. And he like raised me up to a higher level. And Aaron, Broadway is that level of excellence. And I would like kind of half do things. And I kept seeing him like kind of do it at like this excellent level. And I was like, then I started kind of trying to do that, and then balanced with him, who's kind of a perfectionist. I helped him a little bit, be like, it doesn't have to be perfect. So we were really good balancing that. But with the show, also like there's a responsibility knowing, 2-year-olds are watching and their brains are developing. You want to do everything right. So we do a ton of research, and I like research. I like learning about a topic and kind of obsessing over that topic for a while, and then trying to bring the best show we can to the kids. And it is a big responsibility when you think about all the kids watching. And I guess I taught a triangular prism wrong, and I was like, now a lot of kids they are going to learn that wrong, and I feel bad about that.
That's okay.
That one's okay. It's not like I taught something really important wrong.
No, yeah. And plus it'll give them something to talk about when they get to school and it's brought up, and they're like, no, I swear.
I can also like use that as a lesson. That's
Absolutely.
Something cool as a parent. When you're wrong about something, you can be like, yeah, moms and teachers make mistakes.
Yes.
And then your kids are like, oh, I can make a mistake. So Miss Rachel makes mistakes on camera about triangular prisms. And I made another mistake. I said, what did I say? I was like, which group has more? And then I said, which group has less? And thank you, everyone who emailed. It's fewer. It's not less.
Okay.
Yeah. So, that's why I teach 0 to 4, because anything over that is hard.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gets hard. Like my son's math. I'm like, are you sure this is your homework and not like
college?
Someone older?
I do think that is such a beautiful way to look at it, that if a mistake is made, that it's almost just like a learning moment. Yeah. Because as someone who I can still remember, and I don't know why, and maybe it was like an anxiety related thing, but I still remember in school when people would correct the teacher, and you can sort of tell the kids who were taught to do it in a gentle, kind way. Yes. As opposed to the kids who were like, you're wrong. And it was like, oh, yikes. Okay. Yeah. But it's nice to use that moment to teach your kids like maybe a nicer way to let an adult know that mistakes were made. Yeah, that's actually like really interesting that you bring up with a teacher, because I remember as a teacher learning that was like being scared that my students were going to correct me, and then other teachers that were more experienced being like, oh, you can take that as a moment to be like, what do you think? Yes. If they ask you a question you don't know. That is like, such a teacher move. And being like, if you do make a mistake, being like, yeah, I made a mistake and I'm going to, oops, Yeah. It's okay. That's okay. Now I can fix it. Yeah. Now that I know about it.